Hi guys, it's Ray Noonan, the founder of J4Keepers, sometimes called J4K. Please stay to the very end because we're going to do a competition to win these goalkeeping gloves, okay? So please stay to the very end. Now, before I mention the competition, just very quickly, I'm just going to do a quick video on what I did 4 weeks ago. So it's feedback on these goalkeeping gloves over the past 4 weeks, okay? So if you've seen the original video I did about 4 weeks ago, I actually launched these goalkeeping gloves out, the J4K Silicon. They're also called J4K Trainer. Tongue-in-cheek, I actually call them J4K Marmite because I knew goalkeepers and coaches would either love or hate this idea, and that's exactly what's happened. We've had a lot of positive feedback, and we've also had a lot of genuine negative feedback as well. And what I mean by genuine negative feedback is actually genuine goalkeeping enthusiasts coming to me saying, "Hey Ray, what are you doing? Those gloves look absolutely crazy. However, look, have you thought about doing this and you thought about doing that?" So thanks for that negative feedback. It's much appreciated. I've took it all on board, and potentially when we do look to evolve these gloves, we will add some of the specifications you guys said. So a million thanks for that feedback, guys. Again, negative feedback can be just as good as positive feedback. And what I mean by genuine as well, you've probably gathered as well, there was also a lot of people on, not a lot actually, it's the same old 5 or 6 people coming on and who are having personal attacks on me, J4K, and my family, believe it or not. Now, these guys are not genuine, either the AK competition, pretending to be genuine goalkeeper enthusiast, or someone who obviously, for whatever reason, doesn't like J4K or me, or as what some of the guys that have said to me, obviously, J4K, we're doing great things. We're providing good goalkeeping gloves at a very good price. We're educating mums and dads and goalkeepers to make sure that they're not getting ripped off by the big silly prices other glove companies are charging. So obviously, let's just say there's a few goalkeeping glove companies that want me and J4K off the scene, and obviously it's painfully obvious. Some of the comments that were made, especially the personal comments towards me and my family, it's got nothing to do with goalkeeping gloves. It's just to do with obviously trying to belittle myself and J4K. But literally, I've had thousands in the last 6 weeks. Honestly, probably 2,500 emails, social media messages from well-wishers. People basically saying, "Hey, Ray, look, taking notice of what they're saying. We know what they're up to." And again, appreciate that, guys. And again, I don't even, for the most part, I don't even see what they're writing, because I don't go on any of these forums. I've not got the time. It's only when someone sends me a screenshot, and obviously what these idiots are saying. Okay, so I've got no interest whatsoever. As what someone says, they're just sad people, the keyboard warriors who probably wouldn't dream about coming to say it to my face, but they're happy to say it, in their little room, on their keyboard, as I say. But again, a million thanks, to all the support. Can't thank you enough, guys. But again, what these idiots don't realise, as I say, it's just brought me and J4K more support, because people can see what these guys are trying to do. And again, it's just given, J4K more and more support. So I really do appreciate, guys. So I'm just going to continue ignoring them, because I don't see half the, not interested in what they've got to say, to be honest with you. I don't see half the nonsense they write, so just keep on trucking. That's all I'm going to be doing, guys. Okay, so they're not going to, it's going to be completely water off a duck's back with me. So, but can't thank you enough for all the support, much appreciated. Okay, so the feedback, as I say, we've sold out of these gloves, so obviously there's enough goalkeepers that like this glove. The 3 reasons it's important, okay, I think people that give the negative comments on this glove, I don't think some of them actually when I told them, well, this is the reason why I brought them out, like, okay, right, I now get you. They never watched the original video. They just seen the glove cosmetically and went, "Oh, why have you brought that out, Ray?" But when I've explained the reason, they understood. Okay, now I get it. So the reason, there was 3. I said 2 in the video, the first video I did, but it's actually 3 reasons I brought this glove out. Reason number 1, I'll be honest with you, was to provide a cost-saving goalkeeping glove. So, a cost-saving training goalkeeping glove for goalkeepers. Okay. And I know a few people commented saying, "Hey, look, what was it? We don't think this glove is good." We don't agree this glove is good for young goalkeepers. And again, if they would have watched my original video, I actually said that in the video. Look, this is not for young goalkeepers. This is for keepers who've played a few years and they've got quite a bit of confidence in their hands already. Okay, so again, as I say, reason number 1, I wanted to bring like a cheap goalkeeping glove out for goalkeepers when they're doing their training. Second, I wanted to bring it out for the goalkeeping coaches. As a goalkeeping coach, yourself, you're forever having to take your wrist strap off, your gloves off, to tie your lace, or if you're coaching younger children, you're always tying the students' laces, or you're forever having to take your strap off to look at the time on your watch. The beauty about this glove is you don't even have to For the most part, your watch sits here. You don't even have to bring the glove back, and also you can actually still tie gloves keeping your gloves on. Okay, so that's another reason brought out for the goalkeeping coaches. And again, because most goalkeeping coaches, they only want a teeny bit of protection for the hands. Most goalkeeping coaches, we don't really have to have proper goalkeeping gloves on, if that makes sense, when we're coaching our students. Okay, reason number 3, and the big one, is I wanted a glove that just gave enough protection, so when a goalkeeper trains, that the goalkeeper's hands do the job, not the goalkeeping gloves. Especially in this day and age now, goalkeeping glove, whether it's a J4K glove or the other many other fantastic goalkeeping glove companies that you can go to now, they'll provide a very, very good goalkeeping glove. So sometimes the goalkeeping glove is actually doing the job for the goalkeeper, if that makes sense. So the hands are not developing. So by having a glove that only gives a limited amount of protection, that allows goalkeepers to allow their hands to develop, and the hands do the job rather than the goalkeeping gloves. So again, if a goalkeeper trains in these gloves and the hands are getting developed, when they come to a match situation and they put a fantastic set of hands in a fantastic set of goalkeeping gloves, as you can imagine, it's going to enhance the performance. Okay, yeah. Now, I'd love to say that was my idea. That's actually not my idea. When I played for Everton as a young goalkeeper, the #1 goalkeeper at the time was a guy called Neville Southall, absolute legend in the game. Not only did he take me under his wing as a young goalkeeper, he also took the other young goalkeepers under his wing. And this is at a time when he was at the top of his game. He didn't have to do all this, but he used to set aside more or less every afternoon, and he used to actually coach us and train us out of his own time. And myself, I'll be forever indebted for what Nev did for myself the 2 years I was at Everton. And one of the things he taught us was exactly what these gloves are all about. Is look, you don't have to have a fantastic pair of goalkeeping gloves in training. You just need a cheap pair of goalkeeping gloves in training that just gives you that protection, because you want your hands to do your job, not the goalkeeping gloves. And I stress again, I do stress, okay, for the younger goalkeepers, okay, this will not be for the younger goalkeepers, okay, yeah. It needs to be a goalkeeper who's played for at least a couple of years and he's got confidence in his or her hands, okay, yeah. So that's where the idea come from. It wasn't from myself. It was what Nev did with me and the younger goalkeepers. And to be honest with you, every one of us went on to play at a decent standard. And I put that down to us training next to Nev and the skills that he taught us. And one of the ones was we just used to use cheap goalkeeping gloves in training, okay? So that's the 3 reasons why I brought the gloves out, okay? So we're going to get more gloves now because the feedback is that we've sold out. Again, I do get it. I'll still call it J4K Marmite. I still understand that some goalkeepers are going to go, nah, Ray, I don't know what you're thinking, okay? What was you doing bringing this glove out, okay? You're crazy. But also as well, don't be surprised. You'll see other glove companies using this glove shortly, okay, which is fine, not a problem, okay? Because I do personally think this is an idea that's going to stay, it's going to stick. It's a very cheap alternative for the training glove, and also I say it's good for goalkeeping coaches, and also as well it helps goalkeepers develop their handling rather than the gloves doing it as well, if that makes sense, okay? So again, so look out for the next batch of these goalkeeping gloves. Should be here in about 3 to 4 weeks time. Again, please send your positive feedback. Also, please send your genuine negative feedback as well, okay? Yeah, anything you say, hey Ray, listen, what about this? Maybe add that. I'm all ears. Much appreciate any negative feedback, because negative feedback can be just as good as positive feedback. Okay, so how a chance to win these gloves? If you've been on my videos before, okay, all I ask you to do, okay, is if you know of a goalkeeper or a goalkeeper coach that you think would like these gloves, just please share this video with people that you know. So I think you've got to tag people in. I don't know all the terminology. Retweet it if it's on Twitter or Instagram, however you share it on Instagram. Also like and share, okay, yeah. And then what I would do, probably about June the 10th, I'll do the draw for this, okay, yeah. So it's only going to be about a week away, okay, yeah. So all you got to do is just share it, tag it with your friends who you think might like this video, or these gloves will be good for them, and just like and share. And as I say, whoever, I'll scroll down on June the 10th, and I'll just pick someone who shared, liked it, or tagged the friends in, if that makes sense. But again, hope you enjoyed these gloves. Again, please go over the 3 reasons why I brought this glove out. Really important. It's a cheap alternative, okay? So rather than ruin a £60 or a $60 pair of goalkeeping gloves, okay, you know, what's this, like £10 or £15, £10 or $15, whatever it is. You know, so it's a cheap training glove alternative. It's good for goalkeeping coaches for the reasons I've said, and also it helps goalkeepers develop their hands rather than the goalkeeping gloves develop the hands, rather than the goalkeeping gloves do the job to a certain degree. Okay, so I hope that helps. Again, please give me your positive feedback about the gloves below as well. As I forgot to mention, please give me your comments below for the chance to be involved to win these goalkeeping gloves. Okay, so there's the other pair as well. So for the chance to win, you've also got to put a comment. Again, it can be a positive comment about the gloves. Hey, listen, if you don't like the gloves, okay, yeah, as long as you're not going to be personal, like obviously like these other idiots I was telling you about, as long as it's a genuine negative, you know, comment, okay, no problem with that. You know, please put your negative comments as well, and anything that you think, you know, if it's a negative comment, try and give me a tip, okay, to see how we can improve the glove. That'd be much appreciated, okay? Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As I say, up to now, as I say, guys, J4K Marmite. Even though this is called J4K Nimbus, that's called J4K Polar. I still call it J4K Marmite because obviously there's still people that absolutely love this glove. They think it's the best idea in the world, and there's still some goalkeepers and goalkeeping coaches who are my friends, okay, yeah, and they just laugh at me thinking, Ray, what was you thinking? You know, what was you thinking? So I'm still going to call it J4K Marmite, but I honestly think, guys, I'll be honest with you, by the end of this year, you're going to see more and more of these gloves on the market, as I say, and yeah, you're seeing them at J4K first, okay? Have a great day or great night, wherever you are. All the best.